function. First function we're going to talk about are scalar valued functions. And a function is a way to encapsulate some type of logic or code that you want to perform over and over again. That's one of the criteria you should ask yourself if you want to make a function. If it's worth making a function or not, is this something that I'm going to need to do multiple times, or is it something that I want to use multiple places and always be sure I'm doing it in the same way? And by creating a function, here there's a function you can see on the screen. It's called UFN leading zeros. Now this function came from the AdventureWorks 2012 database. It's right here. I just copied it and put it into my demo database to use it. But if you didn't download AdventureWorks, you can just type this in exactly as you see it and create it, and you'll be able to use it. And what this does is this returns variable character 8, so 8 characters, and it accepts an integer. So this is a parameter that's passed in to the function. So say you would like to interface our customer table from the demo database with another system, another database someplace else, and they always require 8 digits. And any numbers you have to pad to the left with zeros. So if you pass in a 5 to this function, it's going to return zeros. It's going to return the 5 and then zeros padded to the left to equal 8 characters. So say you needed to interface with another system that requires 8 characters, always requires 8 characters, then this would be a way to, this would be an opportunity to have a function, and then every time you need to interface with that other system to get that customer number and join to the customer table, you would call this function with your customer number, and then you could use that value to join over to the other system. Well, with scalar functions, you pass a value in and you get something back. It performs all the logic that you want to perform, and then it returns your value. So you pass in something and get something back. The other type of function we have is a table valued function, and that returns, just like you might expect, a table. So here we have a table. This is the name of the table variable, specified by the word table afterwards. And then down here you see the table definition. That's what's going to be returned from this function, as opposed to our other function that we just looked at, returns just one variable, character 8. So this returns all these fields. Now we can do inside the body of the function, we can do anything we want to populate that table. It's just like any other table, except it goes away once it's returned because it's a temporary variable. But here we're going to select from the territory table. We're going to select 2 columns that we have in the territory table, and we're going to add the 3rd column, region, and we're just going to supply that ourselves with a case statement like this. If the territory ID is 1 or 4, we're going to make it region 1. And if the territory ID is 2 or 3, we're going to make it region 2. And if any other values are ever found, we'll return territory of none. So we're selecting that from the territory table in our demo database. Now you can also populate this table with values, or you can say insert into your table name, and then the fields or columns that you want, and you can have, instead of selecting from a table, you can have the values clause here and supply them, so you can have a whole list of rows that you can create with values. Say if you're building a report drop-down list or something like that, you don't have to select from a table. You can supply values. You can select part of a table. You can select some rows from a table, and then down here you can insert values to create whatever table you need to return from this function. And again, this is another opportunity to encapsulate some type of data in an object that you're going to use multiple times, or if you need to add a row or something, a column to a table where it doesn't exist already, and you need to perform some type of logic on it to return some new value that you want to do over and over again, but you don't want to have to code this every time. And when we run this, select all our columns from the table function that we just created, and here's our result. We get all the rows from our territory table with the description, and now we get the region. So it looks just like a table, just like the values returned from a table, except it's a table function. You can also pass parameters to it, just like we did here. So if there's any type of thing you want to do based on past parameters, say you want to return different columns based on what was specified here, you can also do that. This one doesn't accept any parameters just for simplicity, but you can pass parameters just like we're doing over here inside the parens. Thanks for checking out my video. This video is one of many included in my Udemy course, Learn Microsoft T-SQL the Easy Way. So if you like this video, you can head on over to Udemy and enroll in the course. Click the link in the information. It'll take you directly to the course. You can check out the course overview, and if it looks like something you'd like, please enroll. And don't forget to leave a star rating and a good review of the course, an honest review of the course, so other students can also see what it's about. So thanks for checking out my video. Hope you liked the video and the course, and we'll see you around.